Okay, this is my personal opinions. Ulfric Stormcloak should not be High King. And there's like reasons for it. Because I think her or someone else said like all Ulfric has to do is ask King Tor to not support the Empire. That's all they have to do. That's all she has to do. He has to do. There is some, and line with Ulfric, sure, Skyrim should rule themselves as Nords or Imperials or diversity or whatever. Elisif, I don't know how to draw it. No, I can't. No. Thank you. She should be. I'm not kidding. She should. Yes. Elisif should be a good High Queen. Good High Queen. A good High Queen. Sure, she isn't an inexperienced monarch. Because a lot of, like, young kings and queens, like, very young, they're all inexperienced. Even the Queen of England. Like, when she was young, when she was crowned, she was inexperienced. She was an inexperienced monarch. She didn't know what she was doing. She didn't know. Like, how? How will she know? I need more food. But, and after the Civil War, every single civil war, or just war, every single civil war inside the country is unstable. It's unstable. Means you gotta become High King immediately. Ulfric says he is the true High King, but he doesn't become High King. Then becomes not a High King. He's immediately going to the war table. You were just in a civil war. And you're already planning another war against a Falmor who has a very good army, good supply of weapons, good supply, probably some allies, or no. If I was High King, immediately, if I was Ulfric, I would start is stabilizing the country, getting a market, get a trade company, get trade going, getting trade, getting me trade. I mean, trade's very important. This is why I think there's another reason. See, Skyrim, this stuff would not exist without the Empire. This stuff won't exist after the Empire. Sure, you guys can build walls. Nords can build walls. But trade is very important to real life and here. With trade, they can't build Solitude. These walls would be, like, completely different. Because you get from trade, you get building techniques, weapon techniques, new weapons, new designs. How did, like, in our time, how did the gun got everywhere? Trade. Everything. You can't, without the Empire, they got no trade. They got nothing. Means you literally have to set up. Means you have to set up a trade. You have to set up trade. You mean you gotta start a trading company. You gotta make your trading company. The Empire has 2 trading companies. The East Empire, the East Trading Company, and the West the East Trading Company and the West Trading Company. They have 2 of those. And probably even more, I don't know. They have trade already. Without the Empire, Skyrim will fall. Skyrim will probably fall into many different, like Japan or China. It will be a warlord era. It'll be warlords. It'll be a warlord. Without that, the company will just, their stability, their economy would just diminish. Because Ulfric, you're a regent. You're a regent now. You turn into a regent. You have no company. You are not a high king yet. You're not high king. You wouldn't. If you were a high king, if you won a war, you immediately become a high king to get the stability raised up. You will immediately become. Oh my gosh. You would immediately become a high king. Then the stability, and then you get your economy getting back up. Then you got to get some trading. And then you then your army. You need to make your armor. You need to make armor, weapons. You got to get very mass companies. Get some allies who hate the Falmor, so you should get Hammerfell. They're already. Or you gotta get continents close to Somerset Isles. If you get that, you can come from any direction. Then you can actually go to war against the Falmor. You want to get the Falmor out, there's an embassy. You gotta raid the embassy. You gotta raid the embassy. And after the Civil War, the Great Stormcloak Army is probably, their numbers are so low that they can't even go to war. Their numbers are low. And at the beginning, they're probably like 1.2 million men power. I don't know. I mean, they're called the Great Stormcloak Army, so big numbers. And then the Imperial Legion, big numbers. And if he wins, okay, you got more stuff. You got more army, you got everything. You got these armies. You have 2 big armies. And plus, the whole country, you got a dragon crisis, and then you got a dragon crisis, and you got a war. Okay, deal with the most one thing is you gotta deal with the Civil War. You deal with the Civil War. If you deal with the Dragonborn quest, would just, if you deal with the Dragonborn main quest line, I mean, there's probably so much fell. No. And there's, you got the Great Stormcloak Army. Okay, you need more numbers. Start conscription. If you want to go to war against Falmar, you gotta start conscription. You gotta set up armies. You gotta repair your battering rams. You gotta repair so much of your stuff. And you gotta get and The Jarls have to make their armies again because our armies are probably dead. They're probably, like, almost all gone. I mean, it's like... The book lantern. There's probably so much you have to deal with. I mean... Give me that lantern. You have to deal with all of that. And as a king, that's more of a big responsibility. That's like so much of responsibility. That's a big responsibility. That's a very big responsibility you have to deal with. Because you're High King. You fought a war. You fought a war for it. That position. And all you have to do, you didn't need to kill the king. All you have to do is come up to him, don't support the empire, and he will probably do it. That's all you have to do. That's literally all you have to do. Literally. All you had to do was go to war. Not even go to war. You know what? This big level 10. Now I need gold. I do have the cheat menu, but I gotta use it to get gold. That's all you have to do. You don't need to kill the king. Or whatever how you did it. I mean, there's eyewitnesses and, like, there's many eyewitnesses. It's a big... So, you don't want a king that murders another king, a high king, that you were going to get that position. I mean, if people don't like you, if your stability is so low and people don't like you, they're going to assassinate you. I mean, it's like ridiculous. I gotta make stuff here, so you get to see the cheat menu. I use it. I mean, your stability is so low now. Because with the war, some people support the Empire. Some people support the Stormcloaks. Like, okay, now the Stormcloaks won. Cool, great. Alright. Awesome. I mean, with that murder of High King Torek, you caused controversy. If I was a Stormcloak and I was a smart, I mean, why would I fight for a king that murders another High King, the position you want? There's other ways to do it. There's other ways to get the position. You don't need to kill him. There's other ways to get High King position. There's many, many different ways. You spark controversy. Literally. You spark controversy with other people. Then you cause a war with an Imperial Legion that is the Cyrodiilic Empire that's almost thousands of years old. That's thousands and thousands years old during Saint Helicia. Saint Helicia. I don't want this thing. Where that? Saint Helicia, the one who made the empire. Literally. Made the empire what it is today. What it is. Made the empire what it is today. I mean, you sparks controversy. I won't fight for a king who kill another king, your a friend who trusts you. I mean, what the heck? That's a great ally to have on your side. You can't do that alone. I mean, you want to take down a Falmore who's probably 7 out. Falmore who's probably thousands of years old as well. 1,000-year-old technology. Probably has the back of the Empire. I mean, sure, the Empire is puppets, but the White Golden Hornet wasn't for that. It was to rebuild the Imperial Legion. The Imperial Legion was destroyed. Was like gone, like almost gone. They're almost gonna die. You don't need to do that. It's ridiculous. That's a great ally to have on your side. I mean, that's almost ridiculous. To fight for... To not, like... You have great allies now. You have some of the Jarls, sure. I mean, there's other ways. And then you have to do that. The stability is probably so low. And you gotta fulfill everyone's demands. Plus, the conquered cities, there's gonna be resistance. I mean, they got rid of the White One Guard. Sure, they're part of the Empire. They're part of the Empire. You know what you have to do? Is make the White One Guard, but under Stormcloak. Like Stormcloak weapons. This armor, like... That's all you have to do. Not... massively... do that. You do not... Like, that's almost ridiculous. It's just like... See, Ulfric does dumb stuff. Not because... Like, everyone does dumb stuff. Everyone does that. It's normal. It's human. You're human. Everyone does dumb stuff. But, as a king, you cannot do dumb stuff. You cannot do that. You should not do dumb stuff. And now I got a horse now. You, as a king, should not do dumb stuff. You can't afford it. Now I got a horse now. You can't do dumb... You can't do it. Because if you do it, then you're in threat. I'm gonna get that perspective mod that you can see my own body. You can't do dumb stuff. You can't. You just can't. Now I got a horse now, so it's more easier to travel now. You just can't do dumb stuff. You can't. As a normal human being with no kingdom nobility, sure, you can do dumb stuff. You can be an idiot if you wanted to. But as a king, or even in a general, a war, you can't do dumb stuff. Because if you, as a general, do dumb stuff, you know what's gonna happen is it's gonna cost you casualties. It's gonna cost you. That's what's gonna happen. It's gonna cost you. It ain't gonna be good. It's gonna cost you. Big time. It's gonna cost you. You can't do dumb stuff. You can't. You cannot do dumb stuff. You have to be smart in strategy. You have to do smart things. If you don't, you're done. You're doomed. Your entire civil war is doomed. Your entire rebellion doomed. If you do dumb stuff, you don't want to do. Oh, okay. And that's why I think Elisif should be the High Queen.